Tyres. We know how important they are. They're the thing that gives you contact with the road, your vehicle. They stop it losing control. They, keep it tracking straight when it's wet. You don't aquaplane across the road. They give you traction on dirt roads, possibly, over rocks, over sand, all different types of scenarios. Alright, so tyres are super important. How do we know which ones are good and which ones are bad? Well, people put out reports on them, don't they? So this is just a quick report on the Kumho Crugen SUV tyre. Well, after putting them on the vehicle, I can say that they're a lot firmer than the factory tyres that were on, the Dunlops. So the ride, although the ride is quiet and the traction is very good and all that, it's a harsher ride. You notice it when you hit imperfections in the road, much more jarring through the body of the car, like thuds, like bang, 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 much more noticeable with these tyres. They've probably got harder sidewalls, I suspect. I'm not sure the total technical reasons for it, but I'm guessing that the sidewall's firmer, therefore it doesn't have as much give, perhaps. And these imperfections and, potholes and stuff go straight through the car body rather than having a little bit of give in the tyre. I didn't have my old tyres deflated or running, at exactly the recommended tyre pressure. I always inflate my tyres probably about 5 to 6 or 7 psi over the recommended tyre inflation placard. That's because most people don't realise it, but the tyre inflation recommendation given on your vehicle is actually the minimum inflation that you're meant to have the tyres inflated to. It's not the maximum. Okay, so if you're wondering what pressure should I put my tyres to, I would say probably go at least 5 psi over whatever's recommended for your vehicle. But comparing these Kumhos to the Dunlops, there's an obvious difference. Straight off the bat, it's definitely much harder tyres. I do drive with a good pace, and I'm not scared to go into corners or anything. I'm not, grandma driver or anything. But at the same time, I'm not going to push my car to the limits. I know it's an SUV, and these things have limitations. So I would say it's probably on par grip-wise with the Dunlops. In the wet, it's got quite good traction, surprising. I did have a set of Kumhos before, which almost put me off buying these ones, which were not very good in the wet at all. And they were similar in that they were quite a firm tyre. So I don't know whether that's a Kumho sort of thing, or if that's just the way these tyres are made. Anyway, so my tyres, they're a 225 5518 tyre, if you're wondering. So it's a low-ish profile. It's not super low, but it's not, a big sidewall. It's relatively low at profile of 55. So yeah, do I recommend them? Sum it up very quickly. Yes, I would recommend them. Yes, I would get them again. I think they're great value for money. I mean, compared to other tyres that I looked at, you can spend at least double on tyres than what I did. These tyres at $155 in Australia, great value for money, compared to like a Dunlop tyre, or a Bridgestone would have been around the $350 mark. So yeah, big difference. But very quickly, I do recommend these tyres. They provide good traction, although just be wary that these are going to give you a much harsher ride in your vehicle. You are going to notice the potholes and cracks in the road and things like that much more. But apart from that, the grip is good. The value is excellent. and I do believe that they're going to be a good long-lasting tyre. They're nice and quiet. They don't rumble on road surfaces. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with them. I think for a value for money sort of perspective, it's the way to go. Yeah, I would recommend them on a value for money perspective. If you're absolutely after the best ride, I would say no. You're going to have to spend some cash. You're going to have to spend, probably twice as much, but you will get a better ride, obviously, if you go for like a nice Dunlop or Bridgestone tyre. But if you're willing to compromise and you don't mind a bit of a bang bang here and there, yeah, they are a good tyre, good grip, nothing wrong with them, nice and quiet, and yeah, they'll do the job for you safely, which is the most important thing. Okay, so that's it. That's my review of the Kumho Crugen premium tyres, and catch you later.